Shuffle, 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 shuffle. They teach you that in vlogging school. Day
Vlogging
one.
school?
Yeah, that's another thing. Hello, good morning. What's today's date? I normally start with the date.
It's the 23rd of February.
2018.
Yes.
Where are we?
We're at Euston Station.
And what's behind us? What's this red building here?
This is the original station building for the Hampstead Tube, now the Charing Cross branch of the Northern Line.
And who are you?
I'm Paul.
This is my friend Paul. Paul, I know, we're both tour guides for Hidden London. That's where they take people down into disused tube stations by this. Euston is one of the ones that we do. You might also know Paul from somewhere else. Paul, what else? Paul's been on telly. Where have you been, Paul?
The biggest little railway in the world. A crazy scheme to build a model railway from Fort William to Inverness. Euston is about to be completely demolished, rebuilt, expanded for High Speed 2.
HS2, it is coming. A lot of people have heard about HS2. They think it's still being, sort of discussed, or is it going to happen? What a lot of people don't realise is that building work has already started, and we're here today to sort of make a historical video. I like to think that in like 50 years' time, people will, if YouTube is still a thing, people will look back on this video like they look at British Pathé black and white films now, and we're going to go for a quick wander around Euston to see what it was like before it got flattened. In your hand, I can see in your hand, what have you got in your hand?
I have some maps.
You've got some maps. So we've got a map that shows us where, because basically this building here, this building's been flattened. Even where we're standing now, this will be a railway station.
This will be somewhere in the middle of the new High Speed 2 station.
Right. Should we go for a wander around and see what's here now and see what's going to be demolished?
Let's go see where we'll be able to catch a train to Manchester.
So we're walking down Drummond Street. Straight away, look, I want to point out Calumet Photographic, which is there. It's already been boarded up. Basically, anywhere you see these white boards, and there's signs saying, if you have any HS2 queries, anywhere that's white boards, it's going. So the Ibis Hotel, gone. All right? Calumet Photographic, gone. Yeah, and I've got cameras and lenses and I've used this shop before, and they've now moved. But over here there's a really good poster that we should go have a look at.
We've got a poster here being put up on the hoardings to show historic Euston Station and a lovely plan of the station, and it gives us a bit of an idea of the area that the new high-speed platforms are going to be taking up.
So look, in the aerial view of Euston Station, can you see the old Doric Arch?
Yeah, we've got the old Doric Arch there. We've got the spectacular Victorian Great Hall of the station, which was sadly lost in the 1960s. We've got the original platforms of the station, which expanded ever since it was opened in 1837.
And what's this area here?
That area there is St James's Gardens.
But this is where the new HS2 is going to be? Yeah,
this is the area where the new high-speed platforms are going to be, towing all the way up to where Coburg Street is at the moment.
But what's good, you can come and see this right now. So this is on Drummond Street, right? So they've put up these posters, and there's old plans. It shows you what it was like in 1876 before Euston was expanded. Because when Euston opened, correct me if I'm wrong, we did this on our tour, Euston only had two platforms, didn't it?
One for arrival, one for departure.
And now it's got what, 18, 19?
19 platforms at the moment.
And we can slip this back, actually we can get a shot of it just down there, because there's a secret side entrance into Euston. So platforms, I think 13 to 18 are actually going as part of the HS2 expansion, is that right?
Yes.
So that whole area, where the secret side entrance is to with the ramp and the bike racks, that's all going.
Yeah,
that's going.
That whole side of the station, as under phase 2, will be replaced with high-speed platforms.
It's crazy how much is going. I honestly don't think that people realise just how much is being just demolished and rebuilt here. I keep saying demolished, it's going to be rebuilt. It's not like it's been turned into wasteland, but it's being flattened and then it's being rebuilt. But if you come and look at these plans, it shows you how Euston has evolved over time. So we've come around the corner where Coburg Street joins Starcross Street. Now we know that around the corner from here again there's a pub called the Brie Louise, which sadly is closed. That is now boarded up, we'll see that in a second. But we think we're on the edge here, we're on the northern edge, so the Exmouth Arms might survive.
Yeah, it's Coburg Street here, I think is going to become the edge of the new Euston Station.
So the edge will be here. We could just ask the people in the Exmouth Arms, are you going to survive past HS2?
Good idea.
They'd probably know. All right. Thanks for the pint of beer, Paul. No, we didn't drink.
You're welcome, Jeff.
we did go in the pub. The Exmouth Arms is staying, right, so what he basically said is that, yeah, so Coburg Street is the boundary, so up to over there, Coburg Street, that is where the edge of the station will be. But here, and I believe all these residences here are staying, so these bits are safe, but the edge will be here.
So somewhere around here will be a huge new entrance to Euston High Speed Station.
There's a guy in PPE there right now. It's almost like he's like the solitary patrolman, sort of like walking the boundary. We've come to the end of Starcross Street, which is here. There's a mosque here and some private residences beyond it. We chatted to the lovely Addy down there and he told us that this is all staying. So we think this block is staying. But rather intriguingly, behind me is the Maria Fields Catholic School, which as you can see, already looks closed. And when I was chatting to some HS2 gentlemen last week, I said, is the school being demolished? And they went, no. I went, okay. They went, it's being moved. Which is code for, it is being demolished. But what's happened is that I gather that Euston Council, is it Camden? We're in Camden. Camden Council. The school is fortuitously being moved anyway. So I don't know whether it's because of HS2 or whether, you know, the timing was just fortuitous. But the school is being moved because you, Paul, were suggesting that some of the school land went further that way and encroached into what they want as HS2. So the school, I think, you come into the shop. So the school, I think, will go. We've come to like what is the western edge, it's North Gower Street. We're going to walk back down Euston Street. It's just worth pointing out that over the road on North Gower Street, for any Sherlock fans in, Speediest Sandwich Bar and Cafe was filmed here at Euston. All the external shots were here, not actually at Baker Street. If you ever want to find it, it's here on North Gower Street. And we're in line now with Euston Square's tube. You can see down in the distance, there's the roundel for Euston Square. But you're saying it's not coming this far west?
No, the station, the new high-speed station won't come this far west. It will only come as far as Coburg Street, but there will be a handy new passageway from Euston Square Station into
I was going to mention that. Is that true? So you're saying from the eastern end of Euston Square Station, they're going to build a passenger subway?
Certainly everything I've heard is that the two will be joined together and you will be able to go straight from one into the other.
Are you allowed to mention this? Are we allowed to say what your day job is?
My day job is working for Transport for London, but it wasn't through Transport for London I heard that. That was just the general railway nerd rumour mill.
So they might finally link up Euston Square tube station to the rest of Euston Station?
Yeah, only what, 120 odd years after the original Euston tube station opened.
You're by the Brie Louise pub, and this is definitely all closing, isn't it? This is definitely going.
Yes, I'm standing on Coburg Street, which is going to be the western boundary of the new high-speed 2 platforms.
So are you standing on a platform, or are you standing on a track?
I'm going to be standing on, I guess, just in front of the frontage of Euston Station. There will be some huge, grand, new bit of architecture running along just behind me, and over just beyond there will be the new platforms, access down through the concourse, down the escalators to the high-speed trains. So eventually it'll be 24 platforms in total. So somewhere around here would be platform 24.
Could you spread your arms, please, to indicate platform 24?
Here we are, platform 24, Euston Station, circa 2026. This is where you'll be able to catch a high-speed train up to Birmingham.
Just in case it wasn't blatantly clear, anything with the white hoarding is going. So this building here, going. This building over here, this old hotel, going. This office block over here, going. This is literally where the station is going to be. None of this is going to be here. If you want to come and see Euston before they build HS2, you need to come and see it quite soon. Paul, I'm about to teach you a well-known camera technique. I've got my arm around Paul. What we're going to do is that we're going to shuffle 180, or is it 360, whilst keeping the camera trained on us. Are you ready? Shuffle,
okay.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. They teach you that in vlogging school. Day one.
School?
Yeah, that's not a thing.
I don't know, they have that YouTube centre, it might be a thing.
It should be a thing. Vlogging school. Cafe Nero, is it staying or going?
Cafe Nero, I expect will be going at least when we get to phase 2.
Wow. These two ugly monstrosity office blocks from the 1960s, staying or going?
Going.
Going. Where have we come to? What are these two buildings to our left this one here, and to our right.
These are the 1870s gatehouses, which
Yes.
were part of the Victorian Euston station. They're
Yes.
one of the very few bits to survive the demolition of it during the 1960s.
Rather gorgeously, they've got listed all the destinations that you could catch a train to from Euston, right?
Including places you could go by ferry, like Cork and Dublin.
Which are listed on there. But there are clearly some HS2 enabling works going on here because the white hoarding is up. So it's going to encroach this far south, obviously no further than the Euston Road. The Euston Road is safe, but clearly there's going to be some works taking place here, yes?
This area, I think, will become part of the sort of southern concourse end of the new high-speed station, and rebuilt entrances to the tube station, possibly a new bus station.
A new bus
like
station?
that being built at some point as part of the high-speed 2 works.
And then we'll finish our tour today. We're beneath these beautiful 1960s office blocks.
This stunning piece of modernist architecture here.
They are quite ugly, aren't they? Who on earth in the 1960s thought that this was attractive? But these are all going to go. Hang on, that's going to go. One Euston Square is going to go. What about the bit across the front of Euston Station here? Is that going to stay or is that going to go?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know that.
Yeah.
No, I don't know whether that's in the plans or not.
But again, where
Paper
I do. But again, where we're standing right now, part of the new station,
part of the new station.
and all this will be redeveloped. All this will go.
We're round about here at the moment. Looks like that's well within the outline of the station.
So we're back to where we started at Melton Street. Where are you going? You're there. You're there. You're there. You're
I'm
there.
here,
You're there.
I'm here, you're there.
But all
Right.
this will go one day. Come and see the Leslie Green original Hampstead Tube Northern Line station, which was only opened between 1907 and
1914.
Yeah. Paul actually knows more about the underground than I do.
Supposedly.
True story.
Right.
True story. But it will go one day, so this won't be here forever. It's so sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've come inside the warm, inside the hidden London room. I just want to, you gave me one amazing fact earlier, which I didn't know. I know that currently Euston is platforms 1 through 18, is that correct?
Yes.
HS2 will add on how many platforms?
HS2 will add on eventually 11 platforms.
But what's going to happen is that they're not going to just build them all in one go. They're sort of doing like a 2-stage thing. So what is that?
So when the first phase of HS2 opens in 2026, they will have extended the station as far as Coburg Street in the west. And that's the maximum distance to the west the station will go, but they'll leave the full 18 existing platforms operational. They'll add 6 new platforms, and then after 2026, when they start opening the second phase of High Speed 2, the bit that's going beyond Birmingham all the way up to Leeds and Manchester, that's when they will start taking the existing platforms and they will move eastwards. They'll reduce the existing station down to only 13 conventional platforms and increase the number of high-speed platforms from 6 up to 11 of them. Thank you, Joe.
If you'd like to see more Paul in videos, Paul knows shed loads about the tube. Seriously, we had a coffee beforehand, and his knowledge is maybe just the two of us in a room.
The two of us sitting talking about tube trains. But
just do that.
Isn't that what we do for them?
That's what we do for Hidden London. That's generally why they use this. All right, thanks very much. See you again.